Hello and welcome to the DFS_PhD show for today, the 26th of November. Remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's gonna win that money. And hey, might as well be us. Sometimes. We got a few hits over the last few days for Thanksgiving, so I won't do too much, but this was the best one. It was, yeah, so an 888 from football. So that was dope. We're up to 6 of these now, so I think with 6 tickets, I'll be able to play reasonably like my regular self and not choke like I did at the Queen of the Court. I don't know if we even mentioned it on the air. That was the first one of these big money competitions I did, and nah, didn't go well. Got almost dead last, 48 out of 50. Gotta play them differently when you get these high dollars competitions. Oh yeah, actually, I put that in the Discord. Let me show you guys. So when I say you got to play these high dollar competitions differently, it's because the guys are playing differently. It's not like, oh yeah, you really got to get in your own level or get to a higher level. No, these dudes are going to condense around the best plays, and you have to understand that. Okay, so here's what I was pointing. Yesterday, because like I was tilting from Jordan Poole being canceled, I went in the $37 Satty and high stakes. Also, there was it wound up being 50% overlay. But look at the low stakes ownership on Dunn, 36%, Daniels, 30%, Yurtsevin, 30%. And then look at the high stakes ownership, 77% Dunn, 82% Yurt. And so as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, okay, so that was the right thing to do. Like this is like the average of Utica and BGR Seth and all the smartest dudes, right? So I'm gonna hone in on the ownerships and those qualifiers as kind of how I check my play. Obviously, you don't have 100%. Like I'm really happy with the Dyson Daniels pivot there. I'm really not happy with the Herb Jones pivot there because what were you doing, Herb? Zion's out. You're supposed to smash, dude, not get like fouls and like look wilting and bad. Anyway, he kind of salvaged at the end. But let's get to today's football game. Okay. This is mostly SaberSim native. I did not add any rules on top. And the one thing I don't understand, I think Cincinnati's got to be projected like they're, I don't know, like maybe there's a residual Joe Burrow effect or something, but it's not going well there. Oh yeah, I also didn't check the weather, NFL weather. We got orange and Cincinnati. Okay, well, I mean, winds around 10 mile per hour. It's gonna rain during the game. Okay, none of that matters. Like people do overrate weather. That wasn't why I was doing it, right? I was just doing it because they don't have Joe Burrow anymore. And I think people, at least some of the bettors, appear to be still hoping that something will happen. It's not gonna look good, guys. I don't think it's gonna look good. So I'm not, they are the worst today, and I have made them the worst. I have no other, like, no notes. These are great. Exactly the same for KC and Philly implied team total. Then the next level dudes, also exactly the same. Jacksonville, Indianapolis, yeah, Indiana, I was going to say, fine. Rams and Houston, all fine. Buffalo, also good. No notes. I like all the lines. I mean, I'm not trying to outsmart Vegas. I come back from a couple of days of doing legal betting. You're not trying to outsmart Vegas anymore. Okay, so yeah, quarterbacks. Looks like I got 10 quarterbacks, 8 running backs, 19 wide receivers, and 7 tight ends today with 10 different flex options. And oh yes, on DST, what are y'all doing? What are you doing? Why is there 26% Patriots and 22% Chiefs? I'm never buying it on that highly owned of a defense. Honestly, like 12% Titans is also kind of I'm gonna cross that off as well. There's just no reason for it. I mean, I'm playing the Baker side of that. I like Carolina. I mean, I'm from Carolina. It's a homer thing, but I'm from North Carolina. We don't say from Carolina. But anyway. Okay, so quarterbacks. Let's say some. I could do overall exposures. Why don't we just start from the top? Best dudes: Jonathan Taylor, Trey McBride. They stand out above the rest. I don't see anybody else who's really like on their level. So they're the core. Yeah, I don't know if there's like who's a Saberson value that I like. Evan Ingram. I had to limit the amount of Evan Ingram I was getting, but I think that makes sense too. A fair amount of Evan Ingram in the mix because he and Trey McBride are just going to be volume hogs for quarterbacks who aren't very good. So I mean, one of those is Kyler Murray. I mean, his arm isn't very good. I'm not trying to say overall he's not a very good quarterback. I just mean like he needs to be mobile to be that next level quarterback. Okay, that's if it seems like this might be the very first thing I'm doing in the morning, it is. And might have some people upset in a second, so I'll have to sign off. But I do need to go make breakfast. Okay, so quarterbacks that we're into are going to be Jalen Hurts. Yep. And then the rest of the guys are just correlation plays. So it's Hurts and then like who gets there? Okay, I don't know. Hurts is going to get there. He's going to run around. He's going to do a lot of points. Do the other guys get there? I don't know. I mean, like they got to pass the ball. So it's a little bit harder for any of these guys because when you pass the ball, somebody got to catch the ball. And I mean, like, I don't. So Trevor Lawrence, Gardner Minshew, Baker Mayfield, these are all 15% shots. I'm 100% on. I definitely agree with that. This is my 150 stack, so obviously that's like a mini max and maybe some statties or something. We'll see what it condenses around. Look up here though, like they're advertising this thing for the buy one get one, but also I can't do the regular things I want to do with the site. Like it's not working anyway. So come on, dude, don't advertise on the bar unless you've tested the software. Like I want to make. Normally I can go click here and click like do clone build or whatever, and that button maybe is over here now. No, okay. Gosh, yeah. So now it makes an entirely new one instead of cloning the build. So anyway, like don't mess with your bar for like a stupid promo like this. I haven't seen that before. Okay, I should probably not have clicked off of the first build. Okay, here we go. Running backs, I like Jonathan Taylor, Rashad White, Pacheco, James Conner, all great options. Kyron. Yeah, so I'm giving you the cross-section Ramondre of like the ones I left, which are like 15, and then the ones SaberSim chose out of the ones I left. Wide receiver, I'm not as picky about. I leave a lot of wide receivers. Let me make sure though. A lot of Indianapolis stacking. I don't know. We'll see if I leave 30%. I don't know if I'll be 30% in my 20 of Indianapolis stacking. I might get more conservative at my Indianapolis stacking because I don't believe that much in Gardner Minshew, but that's okay. And I believe in him a little. So, let me check the percentage. I believe in him. Yeah, that's fine. I believe in him 25 to 28%. Okay. Now on to tight ends. Yep. I like, in the tight end spot. So that means I probably am going double tight end a lot this week. Because I've already told you Trey McBride and Evan Ingram are two of my biggest plays, but they are allowed in the flex as well. So Njoku and Cotton, yep, I'm fine with that. Tournament amounts of Cotton, he's playable. All right, so let's see what we're doing in the flex. This is always the question of the week. Looks like we're doing tight end for a lot of it because of Trey McBride, expected value and volume. Yep, fine with that. Justin Watson. Ooh, I like that play. Yeah, Justin Watson's a good value this week. He's like the min, I think. Yeah, should be the min. AJ Brown. Yeah, everybody else less than 10% though. So, I love that. It's all wide receivers besides the tight end. That's very interesting. Jonathan Taylor. 2.7% running back. Wow. All right, SaberSim. I like where your head's at, trying to win. DST, who cares? I told you what I'm doing. I don't care which, honestly, like, 30% Broncos D. What's going on with that? Oh, Cleveland's not great, and that guy will give up sacks and maybe fumbles. Okay. Cincinnati in the weather and against the new offense. Rams, just in case Kyler starts giving up sacks and or does the rusher thing where he gives up fumble touchdowns. And Bills for the same. Oh wait, Bills against Philly for the same reason. Yep. Okay. Love it. SaberSim. I'm assuming that's what they're seeing in the simulations. Rushing quarterbacks are also fumbling quarterbacks. If you watch enough Madden Sims, you 100% know that. And in Madden 23, you're not playing Lamar anymore. It was Madden 22, but in Madden 23, you're playing the defense against Lamar because they made it so it's like impossible for him to get his X factor. And so he's always out there just like always running because he is Lamar, but leaving the ball out there. So anyway, I haven't said that yet to my Discord. So a little bit of a little Madden Sims treat for you today. Okay. So yeah, was there anything I wanted to say? No, that was the ownership. All right, guys. Well, I think that's all I got to say about today's football slate. Remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. Might as well be us.